San Diego bloody Comic-Con, mate.
Yeehaw!
It's happened. We have Doctor Who news. It's fresh.
Yeehaw!
Do you feel Do you feel reinvigorated?
No.
Okay, well,
No, I don't. No.
we'll get to that. We won't go too deep into it because
Short answer, no.
it's old news now, all the San Diego stuff. But we will, talk about our opinions and thoughts and feelings on all the latest hot goss and spin-off news. We're also going to talk about an episode of Doctor Who that has recently been deleted.
Delete.
Insert Cyberman soundbite here.
Yep.
But let's lube each other up a little bit first.
And we're doing Day of the Clown.
Oh, yeah, and we're reviewing the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Day of the Clown. Lube each other up.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, let's lube each other up, mate. Olympics, watching it. Do you care? We talked about at the end of last
like
week's
seeing
episode.
it on at the pub. It's kind of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you're not out of your way. You're not watching. You're not paying $15 extra on stand to watch it.
You know.
No.
No, I'm not.
I love it, mate.
I know you've been enjoying it.
Watching the tennis champs last night.
Woo.
Going at it. By the time this
Is that
episode
why
comes
you're
out.
playing tennis today? Because you're getting excited and you want to play it?
No, coincidentally, my friend asked me to play tennis, and then an hour later, I was like, "Oh, the semi-finals on. Australia's in it." And now we got the grand final
You're
tonight.
warming yourself up.
I'm warming myself up, yeah. But I'm keen, bro. I like a bit of Olympics, bro. We did well. We got did the canoeing, did the obviously swimming. We dominate the pools out because there's a lot of water in Australia. Actually, there's not.
But we're surrounded by water.
And it's very hot, and we like to
Every
get in
country
water.
is surrounded by water, though.
That's not true.
Really? Which other one?
Like all the ones that are...
Every continent, I should say.
Yeah, every continent is surrounded by water.
Every continent is surrounded by water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Water is patient, Aiden. And water always wins.
I see.
Oh, I see.
Have you had a good week?
Yeah, it's been all right. How about you?
Good, mate. Anything new?
Anything new?
Yeah. I'm trying to lube you, mate.
I've been playing this cricket game on my phone.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's taken over my life.
You're like me with FIFA, where I'm like, I would be a great soccer coach.
Yeah, dude. I've been playing this cricket game, and it's just super fun.
Yeah, right.
I downloaded it on Monday night. It's taken over my life this week. It's been fun. And I hate playing games on my phone. I think it's so dumb.
Would you now consider playing Doctor Who, The Lonely Assassins?
No.
No.
I don't think I'll play any Doctor Who games either.
You're done with Doctor Who.
I'm kind of done with Doctor Who. I made a video about it though, so I guess that means I'm not done.
And you're sat here recording
And
a
I'm
Doctor Who
sat
podcast.
here. I still show up to work, I guess.
Just not happy about it.
Yeah. Someone commented today, on the last live stream, you said you'd be back in July and it's August. Yeah, it's true, I did. But Doctor Who's killed
But Russell
me.
T Davies also said Doctor Who was going to be good this time.
Correct. He did. Exactly right. Yeah.
I kid.
Exactly
guys,
right.
with the 50% Doctor Who podcast, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor, TikTok at 50Doctor Who. Subscribe if you haven't. Donate in the Ko-fi. We're out here, in the wilderness era of Doctor Who, where there's nothing happening, there's nothing going on.
It's the Wild West out here.
Waiting for the Christmas special, which we will also talk about in a second. So if you want to get back to the show, you can do that, or you can give us a lovely 5-star review over on Apple or Spotify. So we got some new reviews in, so that's good.
Oh, really?
That's nice. We did, yeah. We got some new ones.
Oh, on Apple?
All 1-star, just terrible.
No way.
No, that's a joke.
Whoa.
That's a joke. They fucking love us, mate. They love us.
Thank you.
Let's get into the bloody damn podcast, mate.
50% podcast.
Oh my God, Connor. Would you believe it?
What?
Would you believe it?
What happened now?
Finally,
No.
the BBC has bitten the bullet.
Oh,
And they have
God.
deleted Fear
Oh, yeah.
from iPlayer.
A minor.
Oh my God. I mean, look, obviously there's more context to that. They haven't just gone, wow, this was a bad time in Doctor Who.
Right. It's just kind of funny how it was the Olympic episode as well, considering the Olympics is on right now.
Yes, that's
It was
right.
it's the 2012 Olympics in the episode.
Correct. Context
yeah.
here. So Fear has been deleted from iPlayer because in the episode, Hugh Edwards, who is a very cancelled, not good person, does the commentating.
He's commentating on when David's running with the
correct.
torch.
Yeah.
That's what I gather, because I don't know where else he could have been.
That would be 100%.
It would have to be it,
So I
yeah.
deleted that episode because this guy is majorly cancelled, not a good guy. Call me crazy. Don't think you have to take the episode off. I imagine they're doing a re-edit where they're getting a new person to do the voiceover, or they're just taking out the voiceover altogether.
It's nuts.
I think you don't need to do that. I think like if it was something, you know, like blackface or something racially insensitive or something like that.
Sort of Community.
Where, if something where the BBC has made an error of judgment in the past,
right?
Then I understand. Yeah, let's go take that out. You don't want to be spreading that into the world. But if it's just like this guy got cancelled, which obviously fucking terrible dude, but it's like it's not the BBC's fault. Maybe it is. I don't know enough about this cancelling guy. As an Australian, I have no idea who this clown is.
Right.
So like, I don't think it makes a massive difference replacing the audio. I just think, yeah.
Well, are they going to do that with every John Barrowman and Noel Clarke episode?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's just like if you open this, now you go down a rabbit hole. Like you don't see them editing Kevin Spacey out of House of Cards. Yeah, they fired him.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just think you don't need to do that kind of thing.
Apparently he's in Thick of It heaps as well.
Is he?
So people were like, well then, what about that?
It's a can of worms, mate, that you just acknowledge that this is a terrible dude and we are very ashamed to have worked with him in the past. But yeah, I don't.
You know, so we have Doctor Who on Stan here.
Yeah,
or at least series 1 to 13. Do you think they're going to take it on Stan? I have Fear Her on Blu-ray.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
I own that deleted episode.
I got the Blu-ray, the Ultimate Edition. You know,
there's no way they're gonna. They have to put it back up with like a re-edit.
They will, 100%.
Because it's like that's just a whole episode missing from the series.
Yeah,
if
and we know how hard it is to get
right
deleted
now,
episodes of Doctor Who.
Oh yeah,
hard to get them back.
Someone's watching series 2 now on iPlayer. They're like, they just don't know Fear Her exists.
Yeah, yeah. So I always think that, and that's a shame because it does have one good scene in it.
I like Fear Her.
It's got a few good scenes.
I've always liked Fear Her.
Yeah. But yeah, that's. I guess we'll see how that unfolds.
The council acts from the council van. That's the council van out.
So there's great scenes in it. At the end, when there's a storm, honey, they got a big storm coming, and
when they're watching the fireworks at the end.
Yeah, and there's a moment where the Doctor like fingers his mouth and puts it in the jar or something like that.
The marmalade. What a weird scene.
Hot, man, hot. Anyways, I should have played this thing at the start of this segment. Anyways, but let's get into some more news, Connor.
And I was having such a nice day.
Okay, so we talk about the actual news, though.
Okay.
The hot goss, the latest from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeehaw!
Dude, this is massive, what they've announced. It is insane.
Are you serious?
Dude, it's crazy big, bro.
What? There's
a video game with Star Trek and Doctor Who crossing over.
You mean the ultimate crossover? This crossover has the doggy in them.
Does it have a dog in it?
No, I don't. I even messaged Xavier because Xavier's like a huge Star Trek fan and a big Doctor Who fan, and I was like, "Are you gonna play this?" And he was like, "No." So I'm like, "Well, who are you trying to? Who's enjoying this?"
It's lame. I did watch a little bit of the panel. They had a crossover panel between Russell Davies and the
Star Trek man,
Mr. Star Trek,
Mr. Trek,
Mr. Trek, yeah. And you know what? Mr. Trek seems like a fucking good dude. Like he seems like he knows what he's talking about and things. And then,
no, don't say it.
No, Russell was cool.
Oh,
I think I'm just at the phase. You know when people annoy you and they're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
But you've just like had enough of them. Yeah. That's how I feel with Russell at the moment. I see him in interviews and he's like babbling, and I'm like, you're not doing anything wrong, man. You're not doing anything wrong.
AI William Hartnell.
Just fucking.
That's jargon.
Just shut up with your jargon. You know, I've had enough. Let's lock you into Bad Wolf. Get to work, mate.
Maybe Chibnall did the right thing and like ignored the press all year.
Yeah, bring Chibnall back is all I say.
Oh,
bring him back.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know. I thought you wouldn't watch it, but
I think I was just driving and just had to. Well, I didn't have a podcast to listen to or something, so I threw it on.
Are they both just like? And I really liked how you did this, and I really liked how you did that, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, basically.
So Russell's
like,
so
what's your favorite episode of Doctor Who that I've written? He didn't say that. Don't worry.
Really?
He didn't say it.
I think that. Well, is it kind of like that? It's like, I just love your work in this. I love your work in that. Is he like a Star Trek fan, like Russell?
Apparently, but I think there was the Star Trek guy, Mr. Trek, actually reached out to Russell and said, "Let's do this."
Right,
which is kind of cool. I quite like that. That's a nice little thing for Doctor Who.
All right.
But yeah.
Keep campaigning for a Star Trek Doctor Who crossover.
Nobody wants it, Russell. Nobody wants it.
Says Russell, yeah.
Shall we...
Everybody wants that.
Talk about the big stuff, mate.
Sure. The actual big stuff?
The big stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a... Okay, Chris, are you feeling festive or are you feeling like you don't want to talk about Doctor Who but talk about something related to Doctor Who?
In August, Festive?
Well, it's just been Christmas in July, babes.
My festivities have been, they've been tickled, sure.
All right, let's talk about the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Yes.
We had a
Joy to the world.
we got an extended 5-minute preview starring our girl Nicola.
Colin, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
That's the one. Your girl from Bridgerton and Dairy Girls. I've been slowly watching Dairy Girls with my partner. And it's funny. She's good in it.
Yeah, my mum and sister love Dairy Girls. Yeah. I didn't know she was in Bridgie.
Yeah, she's in she's the main character in the latest season, I think.
Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, Russell loves his Netflix actors.
He does. So we got like a 5-minute preview of George of the World, which is the Moffat Pen Christmas special coming out at the end of this year.
Ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin spice latte.
Well, it basically follows Nicola's character called Joy checking into a hotel. Meanwhile, we're cutting to the Doctor trying to figure out whose pumpkin spice latte.
Going through a door.
He's going through doors, ending up in different time periods and stuff. And at the end, a Silurian pops out.
Oh, boy. Yep. How are you feeling about this?
How am I feeling about this?
I don't even think we've really spoken about it.
No, we've not. Well, mainly because like all this news came out and I sort of felt like I was glad we got the clip because it gave me something to sort of think about. But all the news and stuff about what we're going to talk about in a second with a certain spin-off, it's everything was just like we already know. So
it's just confirming it.
Yeah. And I didn't feel bummed out or anything. I just was like, all right, I'm with my day. I think that this clip, whilst there was nothing inherently wrong with this clip,
oh no,
I'm a bit worried.
Oh, about what?
We know there's two sides of Stephen Moffat.
Yeah,
there is Stephen Moffat with restraint, where you chuck Doctor Who on a landmine for 45 minutes, or the Doctor's not in it, and there's statues that try and get you. And then there's the other side of Moffat.
Yeah,
which is
the ham and cheese
when the universe is being exploded and the Doctor's having to jump through time periods and gets massive, and it's a huge story. And I feel like we've had minimalistic Moffat in this era already, and I think we're due crazy, insane.
Well, it's
Moffat.
Christmas, so
I'm worried, mate. I think.
Oh, you're worried? Okay,
it could be not good, and if it's not good, if Moffat was a bit of a saving grace for us in this season, I think. Whilst we both love 73 Yards as well, it was Moffat's was a welcome different voice in this.
Absolutely,
series.
Yeah, definitely.
And
same with Rogue, I think.
Yeah. And I love Moff's voice. What a guy.
Yeah.
But
it's a but.
Sometimes he gets a bit crazy. And I'm a little bit worried that this Christmas special could be a little bit insane. Like, I hate when Doctor jumps around and it's like, oh, now we're at the Himalayas. Oh, now we're in fucking Mexico.
It's funny because everyone made fun of Chibnall so much for that.
Yeah.
With the text.
It is annoying.
Like, it's super annoying.
Yeah.
With the text, it's like, we're now here.
Yeah.
We're now here. We're now here. It's like, I hate that, the big bold text. It just takes me out of this. It just takes me out of the episode.
Get to the point, you know. So what do you think of it?
I'm honestly like, I wouldn't say I'm very excited for it. I just don't know. I don't know. I need something to like get me hyped and excited. And I was pleasantly surprised that the clip was like, I mean, it was like 4 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a nice
a little introduction from Nicola herself.
Yes, correct. It was nice. Like that was cool. It's Moff's 50th story. It could be his last. He's probably looking at it like, I need to go out with a bang, like a bombastic.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to feel about it. The Silurian thing was... Here's the thing. I said this in the Comic-Con video I made. I think like the Silurians could just be like... Just like, you know, Moffat's known for having Silurian like buddies just hanging around.
Yeah. I respect that as well. That he's just doing that.
Just like Vastra.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to be the main... antagonist, or if they're just going to be there, or it could literally just be one, like just one. I don't know. I'm more excited for the Wallace and Gromit and Gavin and Stacey Christmas specials, to be quite frank. Yeah. Well, Wallace and Gromit's in a Christmas special, but it comes out on Christmas Day, so I'm more excited for that. I just don't. I really hate listening to myself when I re-listen to episodes. I hate hearing myself being so negative because I know it's going to get really old really quick. Yeah. But I just got to be honest, it just doesn't. I'm just not really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm totally indifferent to it. Like,
hopefully it'll get better once December rolls around.
I hope.
It's still a while away. So.
Yeah, I'm sure when we get a trailer and we get like a bit of a plot tease and things like that, we'll get a bit more hype. There was also a big announcement out there. A big thing that we all knew was coming.
Yes.
Spin-off.
Now, this is what I'm most excited about.
The War Between the Land and the Sea, the 5-part limited series, has been announced for Disney Plus and BBC iPlayer.
Do you know what's so funny? On the last episode, I was like, and what was Pete doing? Writing TV shows for SBS?
And there you go.
Turns out he's writing for War Between the Land and the Sea.
Yeah, so has he written episodes? I actually don't know.
I don't know if they're co-written or if he has single episodes. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
But the spin-off is going to be about, as Russell put it in his extravagant ways, he's actually so good at pitching. Like, you can actually picture him just in a room with like an executive producer from Disney.
What's gonna be.
Being like, this is going to be the human race. It has destroyed the oceans. And the mighty race called the Sea Devils are going to wake up and see the mess they've made. And it is war. It is war on an epic proportions, I think is what he said.
That does sound. I'm actually really excited for that.
I'm intrigued. I'm kind of like, I feel like we've done, we polluted the oceans before, but we'll do it again.
Well, yeah, Praxeus.
Exactly.
Written by Pete.
Notoriously was, I think, originally gonna have the Sea Devils in it.
Yeah.
I think was words on the day.
Everyone was expecting them to pop up.
Yeah.
When they were first watching it.
So it's pretty mad. So we got Sea Devils coming back in it. Also not excited for that.
Okay.
Because I just think like we did it in Legend of the Sea Devils. They're kind of like a cute villain. They're kind of cute. Is it who I thought we would have leading the new spin-off as villains?
No, God no.
God no.
No. It could be cool though.
It could be cool.
If it's grounded. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
Like, every single one of these spin-offs has the same like thing. It's like, why is the Doctor not there? Like,
yeah.
It's like during the events of Children of Earth, like, does the Doctor just not hear about this stuff?
He just didn't give a fuck.
He just doesn't care, I guess.
Like, sorry.
Yeah, I'm excited. Is it so... is it Alonso and Tish Jones?
Nah, he said it's not. There's no way it would be Alonso and Tish Jones.
Oh, why not?
So what kind of talking about here is
Why
Russell
not?
Tovey and... Is it Gugu or Juju? Gugu, I think. Russell
Juju.
Tovey and... Juju?
Yeah, I checked.
Russell Tovey and Juju
Yeah.
Mabatha Raw. They both have been in the Hooniverse before and are returning to the Hooniverse.
As Alonso and Tish Jones.
Yes, so Alonso from Voyage of the Damned
And
Tish
Time
Jones
Part 2.
Correct, and Tish Jones as Martha Jones' sister. They're coming back, apparently not playing themselves, according to Russell. But I did see a listing online a while ago. Sorry, not playing their past roles. You made a look that made me realize that I misspoke.
No, I'm just thinking about something going.
So there was a listing a while ago looking for body doubles for people of these two actors, similar build.
Yes.
And they said it has to be comfortable in prosthetics and things. Do you know what this makes me think?
What?
These two cats playing Sea Devils,
Oh, no.
which has me my hands in my head, my head in my hands.
No.
I hope not.
Oh my God, I didn't think about that.
I hope not.
Oh, no.
Because this is the other thing with the Sea Devils. They're not very, as we know, Legend of the Sea Devils, whilst I think they actually looked really good, what they didn't do very well, they weren't like mechanicized
they're
or
kind of like,
the mouths weren't moving. It was CGI mouths moving and it didn't look good at all.
twat.
So maybe they're going to like redesign them as like a bit more like the Sea Devils where they gave them more human features.
Twat.
Sorry, like the Silurians, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, crumbs. That does not sound good.
So maybe these guys are playing Sea Devils and I would be... Because then it's like, you got your two baddies or Team Sea Devils, and then we also know that Gemma Redgrave and Alexander Devrier as Colonel Abraham, that's going to be Team Unit, and it's going to be Team Unit versus Team Sea Doggies. So, I don't know.
I just wonder though, like, if Martha's in it, or if Martha was ever going to be a part of any spin-offs, like, that is Tish.
So you're like, you look like my sister.
Exactly.
I don't think Martha's in it.
So
surely they would have announced Martha being in it along with all this. So.
But if she's playing a Sea Devil, they can get away with it. Because it won't look like Tish Jones or like a Sea Devil.
That's correct.
It's not my sister.
Not my sister.
Yeah, you are right about they would have announced it. But God, imagine if they kept it a surprise. That'd be so awesome.
I'll be honest. This has made me far less excited I was for the spin-off than I was before.
What, because of your theory?
Well, I'm just not interested in the Sea Devils. I don't think they are the villains to lead the first spin-off.
Yeah, it's super wacky choice.
It's maybe like that the Sea Devils along with Unit being like the leads in it, and how they've made Unit in this Disney era of Doctor Who, has just made me go, oh, we're not going to get that gritty when the Doctor's not here series. It's going to be the same. I think it's still going to be the same vibe of show as Disney Doctor Who has been so far, which I don't like. I want to see versatility from it. I want this to feel like a different show. I don't want it to feel like a Doctor Who show in the same way that Torchwood doesn't feel like Doctor Who. Sarah Jane Adventures kind of feels like Doctor Who, but not all the time.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, and I'm just...
I pitched my own era in my head yesterday, and it was just so different to what we have right now. I'm like, I wish we could have something like that.
Mine would be insane, bro. But I know, we can all say that, can't we?
Yeah, I suppose.
Just not that keen on the Sea Devils, bro. I don't give a shit about the Sea Devils.
Yeah, I mean, well, it did get confirmed going on Disney Plus, which was a fear of ours.
Oh, so yeah.
We were a bit worried it might just be on iPlayer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool that we're getting it on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Other
than that,
everything I kind of see from Doctor Who at the moment, I'm like, this is what you choose to do, but that's okay. I'm like, this is what you choose to do.
There is other choices of spin-offs out there.
If I had the ballpark of Disney, like, God, the stuff I do.
Yeah.
The stuff I do.
Insane, mate.
The spin-offs.
Mine will be so cringe.
Yeah, what, your spin-off?
# Return to Bannerman Road.
That'd be cool though, because you could have like Ace rock up.
# Torchwood, where's Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is with his cock out.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You can delete that episode of Doctor Who off iPlayer. I reckon you could do like, what you say or what you do, they still love me. I would just, Russell, just give me a shot. I reckon I can make a cool spin-off.
All right. We'll throw you in the mix.
I reckon I could. I'm kind of excited for this. I seem more excited than you. I would say this is the news that I'm most excited for out of all the Comic-Con stuff.
I'm keen. I'm all Star Trek.
Pretty nuts. Yeah, okay. That's fair enough.
That's a joke.
I know.
Could give so little shits, bro.
It's kind of crazy that I'm saying this, but like that's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
Did he talk about Series 12, 12 2 at all?
I don't think he said that much, no.
We're still filming it. It's absolutely fantastic. It's
absolutely great.
I was in the editing room the other day,
absolutely
and I
brilliant.
just could not believe how good it is.
Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson and Verada Sethu
destroy it in their roles. They're amazing.
It is going to be the best Doctor Who performances you have ever seen. And I have those. Can you see that? Can you see my goosebumps?
That's him in the booth, man. Edison.
Okay. I'm not excited for this. I am, and I think about the idea that's like a 5-part limited thing. The fact that Pete's involved, different voice that's really great.
That is really good. Yeah,
but I think I just have to see what they're going for before I get excited for it. Like I got to see the tone of it.
Yeah,
because I could be wrong. Like it could be this like cool thriller that dives deep into the depths of the ocean. And you know that drama might have an impact on the world. We don't know. It could work out really well.
Yeah.
So I'm not closing the door on it. I'm excited for it, but yeah, probably just a bit disappointed that it's not the way that I would take Doctor Who's first spin-off. You know.
Absolutely not.
And I think we've said that so much about this era of Doctor Who so far, where we're like, I don't think this is where the people would have taken it. This is just where we've gone. We've opened with space babies. You know. Yeah.
Showrunner's supposed to be. Like connect with the fans. You know, it's supposed to be that. And
and here we are asking them to shot Russell in Bad Wolf for a few months and not connect with us.
And here we are talking about a Sea Devils spin-off.
Yep. Yeah, baby.
Come on.
But yeah, no, it was still cool to see everyone getting around at Comic-Con. It always gives me like a little bit of chills. I sound like Russell right now. I've got chills. I always get chills when.
Give a fuck.
No, weirdest thing for me though is when big communal experiences actually make me cry. So like when I hear crowds cheering, when I hear them going, let's bring out showrunner and executive producer Russell T Davies, and the crowd goes, yo, and everyone is just sharing. It's just so cringe, but everyone is sharing love. Like at same with Avengers Endgame, when I was just watching videos and just genuinely crying at videos of people cheering as they came out of the portals at the end.
Oh,
I find that
so
stuff
cringe.
I just find it so moving though. Like genuinely, like people clapping when they first moved to the Falcon in Force Awakens, things like that. Like those shared communal experiences where media brings us together, I think are really awesome.
What about a concert?
Yeah, concerts are great.
Everyone's singing a song together.
Yeah. I had that when, I was saying
What?
when McCartney went like, just the fellas.
Yeah, just the
Now
fellas.
just the ladies.
Yeah.
Now everyone.
Yeah. Does that make you feel like a community?
Oh, I was so excited.
Na 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 na.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
So obviously we've been through all this hot goss. The latest news, mate. I think we segue on to talking about some really old stuff. Not actually that old, considering we talk about classic Doctor Who every second week.
Yeah.
But let's jump to the Sarah Jane Adventures universe. You're going too fast. I can't fucking keep up, bro. I fucking put you in the Olympics doing the bloody Sarah Jane Adventures theme song, mate. So quick.
Gold medalist, baby.
So today we are talking about the Day of the Clown, which is a 2-part story about, sort of the loser club investigating a clown with a red balloon. Oh, shit, sorry. That's
it, Aiden.
That's the synopsis for it.
That's it, you silly goose.
So Day of the Clown, which is the 2-part Sarah Jane Adventures story, first broadcast in 2 weekly parts on the CBBC, the 6th and 13th of October 2018, introduces the main character, the Rani, and her parents. Sorry.
Did you say the Rani?
I said the Rani. Introduces main character Rani Chandra and her parents, who all star and stay in for the rest of the season. And it does feature the emergence of a clown and disappearing children.
Yeah, it's Bradley Walsh.
Bradley Walsh is there. He's
Bradley
Walsh,
but Brian.
I'm not sure if I've seen this one before.
Really?
Well, it's hard to tell because sometimes I'm like, I've seen this, but was I watching it or was I watching the Sarah Jane Adventures? Right. Because this thing is the same plot, man.
Yeah.
Came in a meteorite into Earth.
Yes.
Fucking has balloons.
Children
going missing.
Stealing the kids.
Even the voice where it's like, what you gonna do, Sarah?
Bradley's really great as the clown.
I'm going to put fear in your heart.
What's the clown called again? Mr. Boo or something?
Mr. Boo.
What's the clown called?
We got the Pied Palmer.
On the cast, in the cast, in the cast.
We got Dave Finn. Shut up! I'm talking.
What's it called? What's the clown called?
There's no name. It just says
Billy No Name.
No, it's called the Pied Piper, mate.
No, the clown's called Bubbles or something.
Billy Big Balls.
Billy. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So I would say we got the usual suspects back in this one, but we actually don't.
In what? Oh, we mean because Maria's gone?
Well, her voice is here. We got a voice camera at the
True,
start.
yeah.
But we also introduced Rani, as we said.
Yes.
Who...
The Rani.
I think when people think of Sarah Jane Adventures, most of us do think of the clan that includes Rani and not Maria, just because...
Wrong.
Well, let me fucking finish.
Wrong.
Just because she was there for 4 seasons versus Maria, who's there for 1.
Wrong.
But then, like... for me, I've only seen bits of Sarah Jane Adventures, mainly season 4. So going back through, now when I think of Sarah Jane Adventures, I do think of Maria. Rani rocks up in this episode, and I'm like, who the fuck does she think she is? This is no Maria Jackson. This is Maria Jackson of Temu.
I didn't think that.
Rani needs to cook, okay? I'm not... that makes me sound very... what's the word I'm looking for here?
Sexist?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I just said Rani needs to cook.
Oh.
I mean.
I see.
I think I need to just let her cook in the story because I grew to really like Maria. And Rani's in, and I think there's, a couple little bits of overacting going on.
I really liked her.
I think there's some corny ass dialogue in this script that does not help.
What is going on here?
What?
No.
It's good. No, okay. All right. Let's talk about. Let's go. Let's do full review. Let's go. Day of the Clown. It's good. It's good. There's moments where I'm like putting my fist in the air, like this is sick. When the kids are marching and the music's going. I'm here for it. I'm vibing that.
Yeah.
I do think it is such a knockoff of it, but
okay.
I think the gang's great. Rani is good. I do like her. I just think that she wasn't aided by the amount of times, the amount of dodgy dialogue where they have to go, the universe is full of surprises.
Oh my God.
Look up to the sky.
If you signed a patch of sky, Rani.
And I also think there was, maybe it's because they're introducing Rani, so they wanted to make it feel a bit familiar with a new face in there. But I did think this really fell into the classic Sarah Jane Events' structure of a story. You know, they goes into like a lab to find the truth and do the journalism stuff. And I get it. Sarah Jane's a journalist. They want to do that as much as they can. Totally like that. I wouldn't want the opposite, which is Chibnall Series 11. Is Yasmin a cop? Don't know. But yeah, I found myself going in and out of this story. It lost me and then brought me back. And then it lost me and then brought me back a few times. What do you think, mate?
Wrong.
You love it, don't you?
This is like the most I've enjoyed Sarah Jane since Revenge of the Sabine.
Wow.
I'm super nostalgic for this series though.
Yeah.
And this episode. I remember coming home from school and watching it in the 2 parts. Mm-hmm. And I instantly connected with Rani's character.
Yeah, sure.
And I really like her, and I think they did the transition actually good. I enjoyed the transition.
There's a moment in there where Luke looks at the photo of the gang with Maria on the wall, and it almost feels like he knows how we feel. Where we're like, fuck, they've just swapped him out. You know, Maria's gone. We'll bring the new girl in.
I do like how they did handle Maria's absence. I think they handled it well.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. Sorry. It's so, this is like, there are a few things that like made me go classic. Like the way that Luke and Clive meet Rani is by her bumping into them and dropping the books. It's the most cliche, it's the most cliche storytelling ever.
Correct.
The 2 characters bump into each other. Mm-hmm. It's so cliched.
Yeah.
That did turn me off. Mm-hmm. But I love this story, and I love the clown, Billy Bob the clown.
Billy Big Balls.
It's scary. I know we're talking about this now as 25-year-olds, but when I watched this when I was a young lad, it was scary.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be spooky. Yeah.
It was very scary, and I loved that. And I loved things that scared me. So I'm quite shocked and saddened by Aiden's comments today.
No,
folks.
I did like it.
I'm saying that he is a fraud.
I just didn't love it.
I love this episode.
I didn't love it. I thought it was good.
It's Philly Ford. You know, I love my Philly. He should have been co-writing War Between Land and the Sea, in my opinion. I love this guy.
Put it this way: if this is as bad as season 2 gets, then season 2 is fucking great. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is still really solid. It's it's a really good episode. Like,
I guess because you really enjoyed the last episode.
I did.
I think maybe did you go in with a little bit too high expectations for you thought that quality was going to steal?
Not really. I think I just thought like it was just a bit ordinary, which isn't a bad thing. But I just and there's like little moments there like where I like that Clyde saves the day by being funny. I think that makes sense. But I just think in the narrative of the story, let's have Rani save the day. You know, like there's just little things that don't just add up.
Yeah, that is like Clive saves the day by making jokes, and it's like, stop it.
Yeah,
you're killing me.
And the other thing that I thought was so lame was the and maybe in what 2008, this would have been more cool because smartphones, flip phones were trendier. Yeah. But like just the idea that the phone interferes with them and makes them all go crazy. And they did set that up, right? They set that up, and it's a bit like, okay, that was a cringe kind of cop-out, but it works. And then they use that as a setup to how they saved the kids by Mr. Smith calling all the kids' phones. I thought that was really a really easy scapegoat with the kids. I just, that didn't work at all.
Not only that, there's like, it treats the audience like they're, well, kids, I suppose, which they are.
Yeah.
But it doesn't treat, it treats them like they're not smart because there's literally 2 lines where it's like, we can see Mr. Smith calling all the phones, and there's a line from Luke. It's like, Mr. Smith, he's calling all the phones. And then there's literally another line of that. It's like, it's broken the cycle.
Yeah.
It's like, we can see that because they're all dropping the balloons are flying in the air.
Yeah.
And we can see Mr. Smith call, but it's like, it's doing a tribunal. It's telling you what's happening, but you can see it. That took me out as well. I think part 2 definitely is nowhere near as fun.
I enjoyed part 1 a lot. Like, I really did. And then I kind of watched this weirdly because I watched part 1 last Sunday, and then today being Saturday, I watched part 2. So I had like 6-day break between them.
I watched part 2 today as well.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I really liked watching part 1, and then part 2, I just wasn't really into it as much.
That's same. I think like it's like we've already done this before with a young girl moves in across the road from Sarah Jane Smith.
Trying to be secretive about it.
Yeah, it's like we've already done this.
Yeah. Sarah
So it
Jane
kinda
being like,
just felt-
no, you
yeah.
can't, no.
And then by the end of the episode, the sky is massive and the universe is huge. And if you keep looking, maybe one day it'll look back at you too. Thanks, Sarah Jane. No worries, Ronnie. Welcome to the team.
And then even
Just
Clyde,
hands up.
even Clyde then turns around and goes, wow, the universe really is full of surprises. And then the crowd went,
Oh, do you know what else? You know what else they do? I guess this has turned into a bit of a slag off for Sarah J. bitches. Do you know what else they do that really bugs me? Is they always go like, we fought Slovene, Cudlack, the Gorgon, but nothing like this. It's like, how many times for every episode they mention previous episodes are like,
you usually love when stuff gets connected like that.
I do when it's done sparingly.
It's too okay. It's like the whole Russell thing where it's like I love hearing from the showrunners.
Yes,
but
absolutely
not that much.
Too much of a good thing.
Yeah,
you know? It's like I think the one reference they should have done is like we knew that Cudlack took children. That was a really good one, but there was like 5 minutes before. It's like, oh, what did we tell the girl from across the road? We fought Slovene, the Gorgon, Sontarans.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we get it.
It's a little bit like
we've seen it.
15 at the end of the giggle where he makes a few references and he's like, River Song, this thing. And then he's going on and he's like,
Sarah Jane's gone. Can you believe that?
Yeah, he does that, which is, again, is nice. But then he's
I
like,
loved
the
her.
gods of Ragnarok.
We fought the gods of Ragnarok.
The Jimmy's Big Ball,
Yeah.
like this, all these things. And it's like, oh my God, mate, it's the 60th, I know.
Yeah.
But let's take a chill.
Yeah, it was...
Subtlety is a little bit better. Like,
That
let's
was
just focus on 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was a bit too much for me, I think. I do like when stuff gets referenced. I do. I love a good connection. But I just think that it was just... They do it every episode as well. And also, okay, now while we're on it, I'm picking it now. I don't know if it's because they're pitching it to kids who have short attention spans, but the next time trailers are always way too fucking long.
They're very long, yeah.
And I feel like they spoil like the entirety of the next episode.
Well, I have no idea what the next one's about.
Yeah.
So it didn't spoil anything.
Yeah.
A. B. I have never seen this next episode. I watched the next time trailer and I turned to Nick. I was like, I have no idea what's coming up. Like I couldn't tell you what it's called. I know nothing about it.
I do remember watching it. I have seen it, and I think I remember liking it as a kid. But when I watched the next time trailer, I was like, I don't really remember any of this. But I have seen it for sure.
No clue, mate. Which is kind of cool.
I had the Series 2 box set, so.
Oh dear. Did you watch it on the box set? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't VPN it this time.
At
Nord.
Oh, you mean did I watch it? Oh, no.
Today?
No, not today. No, but I used to when I was a kid.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It used to, so it aired on Nickelodeon, and I also got the Series 1 box set and Series 2 box set. Yeah.
Cool. So let's walk through the episode a bit, make sure we don't miss anything.
Yes.
So Ronnie arrives at school, as we know.
I like how her dad's the head mister.
Well, I was about to get to that. They waved off Maria, and then they waved in Ronnie as the moving vans crossed by in the street.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they get to school. Turns out, plot twist, the headmaster. We got Ronnie and the master, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2 Time Lords.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so Ronnie's dad being the headmaster is really cool. I like that. I like the banter. I didn't like Clyde at the end being like, I'm going for dinner with the headmaster. The universe is full of surprises. But I like that he is. I think that's a good dynamic, especially I'm sure we're going to see Ronnie and Clyde, sneaking out to save the day together. And he's going to be like, no, Ronnie, you need to focus on your studies. I think that's
that
cool.
Clyde boy is no good.
And it's nice that it's because as much as we can say that currently from this first episode, Ronnie is just kind of like another version of Maria. I'm sure she'll become her own character as the show goes on. But it's nice that we have her parents are quite different to Adam. I say Ronnie's mum's pretty similar to Maria's mum.
Right.
Both short, both like just a bit chirpy.
Energetic.
Yeah. Energetic. I loved when Sarah goes round because Clyde or Luke mentions like, oh, maybe there's something left over in the house.
Maybe some things knocking about in there.
Yeah. So she goes over, brings them like biscuits or whatever, and she starts scanning to see if there's any alien devices. Yeah. And whenever fucking Rani's mum talks to her, she turns around and just drops a smile like, please get me the fuck out of this house. I hate it being here.
That is fun.
It is really funny.
That was fun.
Yeah, you can tell Liz. We love Liz. What a lady. She
really
kills it. Like she's so good with that like humor here. It's good. It's good to see.
I enjoy all this stuff.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. We go to school. Homies are disappearing left, right, and center, and then we sort of split up in a weird way, where Luke and Clyde find or get given one of those tickets to the Emporium.
Correct.
Which is just, I mean, Russell was like, oh, I'm going to use that in the giggle. Because it was that vibe. As soon as they went there, I was like, oh my God.
Is this the gig?
This is the bloody giggle, mate, all over again. Which is a little bit wild.
Well, that's all right then.
That's all right then.
But then meanwhile, Sarah and Rani kind of go off and do their own little thing. But then they just get another one of these.
Sarah, we have to tell her
these invites as well. So they all meet up there
tell her.
with Bradley Walsh.
Yeah.
Bradley Walsh is good. I thought he'd be in it a bit more. I kind of wanted more of him.
He's the clown.
He doesn't play the clown though.
I think he does.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
No, he doesn't.
Am I stupid?
He does not play the clown, mate.
Am I stupid? I think he does.
Bradley Walsh plays the Pied Piper.
Yeah, and he's the clown. He's the clown.
Alan Briscoe and Sheen Palmer play clowns, but they might just be random clowns. Maybe he does play the clown?
Yeah, he does.
No way.
Yeah, he does.
No way.
He does. It's
No
him.
way.
Look at the clown. It's him.
Sarah Jane, clown.
He's just under fucking clown makeup.
Is that him?
Oh, yeah, it's him.
This don't look like him.
How could you not realize? It is him.
If that is him, then that is like really good cosmetics. Because
that is a scary.
it don't look like him. He's a bit tubby.
Yeah, they would have. Nah, it's him.
It's him. Right, okay.
They do whole scenes where he morphs into him.
Yes, okay, that looks like him there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those CGI, it's so funny. Like, because there's one when Sarah she goes to look at the meteorite where they figure out in part 2 that the clown came from. Hashtag
Yep.
it did it first.
Yep.
But and it's like a really intense scene where he's like, oh, remember your childhood, Sarah Jane Smith.
I know I scared
you.
and I get to feast on all of you. And it just cuts to the next soundtrack.
But it was like, so she's trying to steal a bit of the meteorite, and it's like close up, really intense close ups of her and the clown, and then it like cuts to like a really far wide shot where everyone's just stood still so that they can do the CGI morph between the clown to the Pied Piper. And I get it, it's a kid's show. It's just funny. It just pulls you out where you're like, there they go doing their little show that could. You're just laughing at the.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah,
It must have been reasonably low budget, surely.
I can imagine that. Yeah, I think
They probably were like, we ain't spending a lot of money on this shit.
not on this clown one. They can just watch it.
I like it. I generally do.
It is good. Part 1 is great. So then they go to the Emporium. They all meet up there as the clown's like, oh, and then like more clowns come out. They turn out to be robot clowns. I think they're like walking like. I thought that was cringe.
Yeah, and then
Why are we doing robot clowns for?
Sarah Jane's like, I'm gonna use my Sonic lipstick to stop. Oh, dude, those sparks.
The sparks,
man,
I love it.
So realistic.
Yeah, dude.
It genuinely looks.
It was
so
live
real.
action. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It works on clowns, but it doesn't work on the door. Makes you think a little bit, doesn't it?
There's something there.
It doesn't work on wood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't diss the Sonic. It's from Hungry Earth.
So everyone like runs away and stuff, and the episode kind of calms down in part 2 for a hot minute, and that's when it did sort of hit that cycle.
I'm not telling her, but you must.
Yeah,
We can't tell her.
Rani's like, why is there fucking clowns around?
Just go away, child.
Get out! Get!
Wow.
That's what Sarah Jane
Wow.
does to Rani.
Get.
Sends Rani off back to her house. They have that moment. Look at the stars. The universe could be anything.
Look how they shine.
This is incredible.
You.
Where's Jodie Whittaker singing Coldplay?
Her regeneration scene. Well, Rani's mum walks into her room and gets smacked by a force field and doesn't question it.
Yes, I just a migraine.
Why is it there again?
I've had a migraine before. didn't feel like I walked into a bloody force field.
You've had a migraine before?
A couple of years ago. It sucked. And then I watched all of Sharda. And it didn't cure me, but maybe that was the time I watched Sharda.
How do you know you have a migraine and not a headache?
Well, I was driving into work. This was back in my old job where I was, as we say, live streaming events. Blinky face. Sounds really sus.
Yeah, it does.
And I like something in the morning that I was live streaming, something in the afternoon. And on the way in the morning, I remember driving and being like, fuck, am I like... I didn't have glasses then, I think. And so I was like, well, my eyes getting that bad? Like I was looking at Toyota on the back of a car and it said like, dirty it. I was like, whoa, like, why can't I read that? That's insane. That's huge writing right there. Maybe I need glasses. It's crazy. And then I like got to work and was like setting up all my tech. I was like, oh, this just feel a bit odd. And then like my head started pounding and I was like, oh. And I like jumped on Google and was like, yeah, sometimes before you get migraines, your vision goes really blurry and stuff. And I was like, oh, this ain't good. And then my head was fucking just not good. It was terrible. And I had to call up work. It's the only time since I was 14 where I've called up work and went, I just can't. I'm sorry. I've gone too far. And I went home and just sat myself.
The only time?
Yeah.
Why
sat myself in a dark room. I don't get sick very often.
You're allowed to take days off to work if you're sick, you know.
I don't get sick very often though. Like I really don't. I got a pretty good immune system.
Yeah, I remember when you had COVID and you were like, dun, 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 dun. You didn't give a fuck. You were just like, yeah.
Well, I give a fuck about spreading it to other people. But like I was pretty, when I got COVID in Japan, I was cooked.
Oh yeah, you had it twice, didn't you?
Yeah, I had it twice. Yeah, I was cooked then. But
did you bring it? Did you get it? Do you think you got it in Perth and then?
Maybe my partner's mum had it right before we left.
That's probably where you got
could
it
have been
from,
there.
yeah.
But that was how we were doing like a couple of the Disney parks and stuff in Japan, and like our bones were like, obviously you're on your feet a lot and you're waiting in lines and stuff.
It must have been fucking freezing as well.
Well, yeah, but we were sort of like, fuck, are we just really unfit? Like, are we just like on our feet for 16 hours or something and it's just killing us? Yeah. And then like we both started getting cold and we're like, oh, maybe it's just a bit cold. And then like my partner was just like throwing up crazy amounts. And then she was cooked. So she went back to bed one day and I went, oh, I'm just going to go out on my own, do a bit of exploring at night. I went down to Shibuya, which I had to like catch a couple of trains to get there. Where? Shibuya. It's like a big crossing and there's like, you know, heaps of places.
I know the big crossing area. Yeah. That's like the famous place where everyone goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, fuck, this was a mistake. Oh, I feel horrific. And the next day I was cooked. Anyways.
Yeah, the first time I had COVID, it was probably the most I've ever been like ill, like the sickest I've ever been. It was so fucking bad.
Weird. But then the first time I had it, I was fine.
Awful.
So it's weird.
It felt like there was like a cut in my throat, like inside my throat every time I swallowed. It was so bad.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
Where did this conversation start?
Did you like the ringtone stopping the...
No, and I hated the sound. The sound of the ringtone. Oh,
so was it trying to be...
My ears were bleeding.
Was it trying to be like, oh, the Pied Piper played the flute and then the flute then stopped the kids from...
Well, I mean, we were talking about them saying too much exposition early on, but I could have killed for that exposition. They said like the radio waves interfered or something. That would be a smarter
it's Mr.
angle,
Smith.
What you said.
He's calling all the people's phones.
Yeah, he's calling all the kids.
See that. Calling the doctor.
No, I tried to do that telephone song or whatever.
Yeah, through the that's such a good track from Murray.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So the kids fucking get saved. Whoop-de-doo. They go back in. They start cracking jokes with the clown. And like you get like a laugh track and there's like an audience laughing, which is kind of weird.
I thought it was the clowns around them.
It might have been, but I couldn't see them. Did you find, I don't know what it was like an iPlayer, but on the DVD, the laughter and the stuff was so loud that I could hardly hear what they were saying a lot of the time in that scene.
Doctor Who's mixing,
the sound mix
in general, is really bad.
But in this scene in particular, were you struggling to hear it? Because I was seriously like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't recall.
Okay, well maybe it was just my setup.
Normally I wear like my AirPods sometimes and watch it. But
that might help because that's a slightly different listening setup.
God, the sound mix is so bad.
Crazy. So crazy. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter that
dialogue is so quiet, but then the score comes in. It's like, oh.
It probably doesn't matter that horrible journalist is in fear because he probably can't hear him because it's probably just Murray's score the whole time.
That is a great. Just turn up Murray's score.
Turn up, and you just hear him like, and he's running, and he's still running. Oh, by the way, I'm a terrible guy. And he's running. That at the end of Fear. Why is that the end of Fear?
That's Tennant.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, why are you playing that theme whilst he's running?
Yeah, that would be the
most emotional role of his
the
life.
most emotional. It's an emotional scene. The Olympics can get emotional.
When I think of emotional Doctor Who scenes, I think about the Doctor running with the torch.
Didn't
Is he Snoop Dogg with the torch? Yeah. Bro, what is he doing? He wants to smoke that shit.
Yeah, Snoop did it this year. So I guess the Doctor could have done it and no one would have questioned it.
Have you seen him commentating on the Olympic events?
No. I haven't been watching the Olympics notoriously.
Funny.
Yeah?
There's like stuff of him. There's like he was doing a question, and what's it called? There's like a dance like the
Gangnam Style.
Not the Gangnam Style. I don't know if I can lingo, but
he does that.
He was like, he's doing the gritty or something like that.
Oh, the gritty.
And I don't think it was the gritty, but the equivalent of that. And the horse was like crossing its legs as it was walking sideways.
The gritty.
And it's just funny. You guys should check out Snoop Dogg commentating and stuff, just in general, because I think there's a few different things. I think he does it on like some talk shows. They give him like a scene sometimes and they like commentate on this. And it's quite funny.
Where does he get his weed in France?
Are you looking for a new hookup?
No, I'm not going.
You're off to France soon, are you?
No, I'm not going to France. France.
End of the Sarah Jane adventures. They end up telling Brownie obviously they've told Brownie the truth by this point. She's like, holy shit, that's crazy. She sort of makes the choice to stick around with the gang, right? Come the end.
Well, you're only across the road. And then it pans up to
across the Bannerman Road.
It pans up to the stars.
And you never know that the universe is full of surprises.
Isn't the universe just mad, Sarah Jane? Says Clyde as he goes to have tea at the headmaster's office, house.
End scene.
Wow, this is really good. Phil writing it. This is really good.
What, he writes that on the script?
Do you know, sometimes I come in here loving episodes and then like he makes some points and I'm like, yeah, this kind of sucked.
It didn't suck.
I liked it.
It's a good episode, just not the best. What would you give it out of 10?
Oh God, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 7.5.
Really?
Yeah,
that's so funny because I'm gonna give it a 7.5 as well.
Well, it's a clown episode.
Yeah.
So
who's the real clown here, mate?
I'm Bubbles the clown. Bubbles. I'm gonna start calling myself Bubbles.
Can I call you Bubbles?
You can call me Bubbles.
Feels like a name of like a pornographic star.
Well, here I am. I'm going to see Daddy Long now.
And then you're going to the movies to watch Daddy Long Legs.
I'm keen to see Long Legs, actually.
I'm really keen. I'm mad. Stuff keeps getting in the way of me going to watch it.
I watched a film with Nicolas Cage in it last week called Dream Scenario.
Surfer.
No, I'm keen for the Surfer, though. You know Dream Scenario? It's an A24 film.
Yeah, it's meant to be good, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I'm keen to watch
He's in it.
Very nice.
I'm going to take his face off.
You did your Donald Trump impression to do that.
Huh?
You did your Donald Trump impression then. Take his face off.
That was my Nicolas Cage. I want to take his face off.
Donald Trump, Nicolas Cage. Maybe the same person. Who knows?
I love Nicolas Cage.
Guys, we'll be back.
Not like him.
Next week, we're jumping back to season 2. We're going to do the rescue 2-part story. How good.
Oh, thank God.
Thank the maker.
Thank the maker.
But for now, it's Aiden
and Connor's
podcast.
And they're doing
Doctor Who reviews
on a Saturday.
Doing Sarah Jane adventures. We got this so wrong.
On a Saturday. Da, 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 da.
Just a mess.
Sir, emergency! I think I've been run over by a cab!
You are the real clown, Connor.
A24.
A24 is the clown?
Would you wear an A24 cap?
No.
Okay. Scratch that off your birthday like,
just
ideas. Asking. You wouldn't wear an A24 hat?
No.
My name's Aiden. I like films. I'm wearing an A24 hat. I'm gonna go the similar to an A20, like go into like Luna with an A24 hat, just like.
I'm superior. Then you're the real clown.
Do you see my hat?
I like movies more than you.
I like movies.